Jason Lee Podcast.
Back for an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. What a week it has been. Okay? Now, I'm back from, I don't even know where. At this point, I just wake up and I look at my schedule and I go wherever Andrew tells me to go. I am running for office in my hometown of Stockton, California, where I have moved back to. So managing a whole office, whole business, whole house, everything there is one thing. Then I work in LA. So coming back here for the Jason Lee Show, Jason Lee Podcast. We're doing the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. We have the Hollywood Cares Foundation and all the I'm Ready initiative work that's happening. On top of all of that, I'm trying to get married. My marriage is ovulating. Was that the proper way to say that? My engagement is ovulating.
Maybe marinating.
No, that's what happens when you have the baby.
Oh.
What is it called when you are ready to get in a relationship and your time is tick, 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 tick? I hear the marriage ticker. What is that called?
Ovulating. Yeah.
So I'm relationship ovulating at this point. And I'm out there. You know, I'm talking to people. As you know, I've been very clear about it. I'm not hiding it. I have not given up on love. This time I refuse to give up because I know I deserve it. And I am manifesting it. So I've asked all my friends to introduce me to people. I'm talking to an individual, and then another individual popped back in my life. And so I'm not confused because, see, an individual can confuse you, but if you know what you want, it's who's aligning with that. There's no race, there's no competition. It is what it is. And I'm committed to finding it. I already have the rings on standby. I was asking myself this weekend, should I buy the rings now or should I buy the new Cadillac Escalade that I want, or should I buy both? I don't know, because I need a more inconspicuous vehicle to move around my home city where I live, because riding around in that thing, and I'm currently riding around, is a lot. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, I want to put a ring on it. So I might just hold off or just go get both. Why not? I don't know. I'm out here having a good time, living my best life. My birthday is a couple months away. So after the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards, we go right into the Jason Lee experience. It is a fun time. And then after that, we get to go on hiatus. And you're going to go where, to Croatia?
Mm-hmm, probably.
She wants to go swim in Croatia. Rob will be right here unlocking healthcare. We'll keep on moving. The work never stops. But I just want to say to everybody out there that's been tuning into the Jason Lee Podcast and the Jason Lee Show, thank you so much for all your support. Listen, the other day we released the episode of Ray J. Ray J is a hilarious individual. At the end of the day, when you interview a Ray J, you're not interviewing a Pulitzer Prize winning author or artist. You're not talking to somebody who's a change agent of the world. You're talking to somebody whose penis made the Kardashians a billionaire family and got no credit. You're talking to the person who has made reality TV, ratchet reality TV, his thing. You're talking to somebody who's in a current war with Zeus Network for whatever reason. That's his marketing tactic. But, you know, he came here and tried to play us by going from here over to Club Shay Shay. And I had my own little fun with it. This is what I said on Instagram that got everybody giggling. Take a look. I'm in my Stockton Hollywood Unlocked office watching the premiere of the Ray J interview on Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee Show. What up, Ray? And you know what's so crazy? I'm sitting here trying to think of a video that I can post to promote the show that will not throw me off from city council and stay in my whole political bag, but also give you the tea that you all show up for every day. And I was thinking, I heard that Shannon Sharp launched the same interview or a similar interview at the same time, or he did it earlier than mine because he wanted his to go first. And she did that. He did that intentionally. Had to catch myself. And so I was like, how can I say something to get people's attention, to let them know that I ain't lost the Jason Lee that they all fell in love with? And I just want to say, you big old bad built botched body broadcaster had the audacity to come and drop an interview on the same time or earlier than my interview so that way you could get the clicks when you know damn well you're not going to shimmy your hips to get to the dance that we all need with Ray J. Shay Shay, you got out the car built like that. And you ain't built for this. But congratulations on getting the same interview on the same day I did. But the only difference between me and you, Shay Shay, Never mind, we got a lot more in common than you think. Go look at the Ray J interview. Watch mine, then go watch his. And then tell you if She by Shay Shay is better than he by him. Bye. She by Shay Shay. I mean, after he jumped out the car in them leggings, I think he can put out female apparel today and make a bag. I'm actually teeing him up. Not teabagging him up, teeing him up to go ahead and get another bag. That is what I'm actually helping him in the world economy by putting She by Shay Shay out there. Now, She by Shay Shay, if he does do that, I need my percentage. I don't care what the leggings look like, and I don't care what type of body you put it on. If Jason Lee spoke it into existence and you make money from it, I need it. When you saw She by Shay Shay, my post on Instagram, what did you think?
I fell out of my seat, but I also think Leray is going to put a cease and desist order in. So,
Leray, I love you. You put that money in the building fund and keep your house up.
I was watching the whole video and I'm like, wait, Jason kept it real
classy,
chill. And then the last 5 seconds was when I was like,
I was trying to find a way to be Jason and be city council because, everybody keeps wondering, what does this new and improved Jason look like? Well, yes, I have elevated. There is more cappuccino than there is tea. But at the end of the day, I'm mixed anyway, right? And so since Jasmine Crockett is somebody that's inspiring the world, I feel like as a politician now, soon to be, how do I merge the two? How do I spill the tea, which is the truth, and be politician-like? So I said that big old botched, bad body built broadcaster, that was my own version of Jasmine. That was my salute to Jasmine Crockett, okay, and holding down democracy. Now, She by Shay Shay, if She by Shay Shay does that, I need my bag. Anyway, I thought it was also interesting that Ray J went over there and had this to say about his interview with me and then his interview with Shay Shay. Take a look.
We glad you took time out of your business schedule.
This was by far the most fun I've had on the interview.
I appreciate that.
I thought Jason Lee was fun last week, but this is way more on another level of like, me and Jason was having a good time. He was asking me some shit, but it was just crazy. This is very strong. It has a lot of substance behind it. And I think a lot of people are going to watch this, you know what I mean? Yeah. And there's things that I've said that are going to help certain relationships, and it's going to bring about unity in certain areas that wasn't there before, just off them hearing what I'm saying. So I appreciate this.
Did you play sports growing up?
I hated sports.
Ray J, we love you over here. You're family to us. We will always love you. But nobody takes you serious. And I wouldn't care if you went over there and talked to good old Uncle Django and had a good time kikiing with him, because at the end of the day, you gave us all what we needed, and that was entertainment. And now that it's over, just know you're welcome on back. You can come over here, and then you can go back over there, then you can come back over here, then you go back over there. That was me challenging Shay Shay, okay? At the end of the day, we are here to do what we do. And shout out to my audience who had a great time watching the show. If you haven't, head over to YouTube and take a look. All right, now let's get into some real stuff. We're here for one thing only, and that's the tea with Jason Lee. Just got back from Stockton, where crime is high, and we're trying to figure it out. But we ain't here to talk about Stockton's crime. We're here to talk about him. Good old Uncle Orange is in the news because Donald Trump has been convicted. Hold on.
Bitch, I'm all right. I'm gagging.
Donald Trump has been indicted, a former U.S. president, somebody that we've never seen ever go through a court process and be indicted and found guilty, has now been found guilty. Donald Trump is not the first entertainment celebrity president. We had Ronald Reagan. Have we had anybody else besides Ronald Reagan? Ronald Reagan was an actor. I don't know if we have had anybody else.
I don't think so.
Anyway, he acted like a president, and he was there, and Donald Trump has now been found guilty. It's official. He's made history again as he's convicted in his hush money scandal trial between him and Miss good old Stormy Daniels. She was the one that broke the internet before OnlyFans. Last week, former President Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts over his attempt to conceal $130,000 in his hush money paid to Stormy. Now, after being convicted, Trump said he was a victim of corruption and a rigged trial. Don't believe me? Listen.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win, because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Donald Trump, on behalf of the Central Park Five, you's a nigga now. He's a nigga now. I've heard that in black courtrooms all over the country, including the one from those that you wanted to have murdered by execution for something they didn't do. Now, current President Joe Biden called Trump's comments reckless and dangerous. However, Trump is unbothered by the criticism, especially after his campaign raised nearly $53 million in donations within 24 hours of the conviction. So Trump's also not bothered by serving any jail time, because here's what he told his friends over at Fox News. Listen.
Because of the special nature of this case, when it comes to the legal maze that you're still facing, and the judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail. How do you face what that could be?
I'm okay with it. I saw one of my lawyers the other day on television saying, oh no, you don't want to do that to the president. I said, you don't beg for anything. You just, the way it is. Think of it. They have all my books. You know, they went for 5 years, they sued me getting my tax returns, right? At the end of 5 years, they got them. The Supreme Court actually gave it to them. That was the end of it. That was it. They never found anything. They hired the best accounting firms. I had a pure gold firm. They call it a gold-rated firm. I don't know, it's supposed to be, who knows? But with all that stuff, for years you heard about my tax.
They never looked into the Clinton Foundation.
And they never found it. They never went all the way with the Clinton Foundation. They never went all the way with the Clinton Foundation, which is sort of interesting, isn't it? But so that could happen. I don't know that the public would stand it. You know, I'm not sure the public would stand for it. With a,
if they tried house arrest or
I think it would be tough for the public to take. You know, at a certain point, there's a breaking point.
I mean, at this point, here's what I don't understand. Donald Trump has given us enough content to know the type of person that he is, right? So on one hand, I know that's probably what makes a lot of people appeal to him, because you feel like you know what you're getting. You feel like he's gangsta. You feel like he's standing on business. But when he talks about millions and millions of people pouring into the country, thugs, people out of prisons, mental institutions, terrorists, where he get that data from? Because I ain't seen that. Unless that's just what he's labeling anything that looks like us. Now, when he talks about the fact that he's being treated unfairly, the fact is that his own people that he employed, that he paid money to, are the people that testified against him, saying that, yeah, he paid her the hush money. Did they get deals? Of course they did, because don't nobody want to go to prison, and I wouldn't want to go to prison from him anyway. I was waiting for Omarosa to come in there with a briefcase and sit down and tell him, you're fired, Mr. Trump, because you did it. Remember, she also warned us after she left his camp. The fact that you put Omarosa as the chair of all Black Americans was crazy anyway. But I love you, Omarosa, but goddamn, nobody knew. No, you weren't speaking for us. It's just all crazy. So to watch Trump unravel and become unhinged, and to not be able to control himself after found guilty of 34 felony accounts, is really what white privilege looks like. When you hear all of this, like in your own worlds, like when you're at home watching this news and you're seeing the ticker found guilty, the former president of the United States found guilty of paying a hoe off. And yes, those of you in the hood saying, why is it illegal to pay a hoe? Because it's illegal. You doing it because you just doing it, but it's illegal to do it at this level the way he did it. What do you think?
Yes, so I was overjoyed that the man is finally facing consequences for his actions, right? So for people who don't understand, he paid off Stormy Daniels to avoid the story of their relationship coming out and affecting his chances at becoming president. So it was...
So he paid her to deceive you.
Correct. So that's why it became illegal. That's why he was taken to court. Not only that, people also don't think about the fact that the man was found liable in civil court for sexual abuse when a woman came forward and said he raped her in the dressing room of a department store. The man has committed crimes. And what makes it even worse for me is if you commit a felony and are convicted as an average citizen, you can't even vote for president, but you can still be the president. This is, like you said, the epitome of white privilege to me. And so I have no sympathy for him, and sitting there, spouting all of this misinformation is just ridiculous to me.
I just think that this country is dysfunctional as hell, because how can somebody who's convicted and found guilty run for president, but an 18-year-old can't walk in and get a beer at a bar or something like that's crazy.
He's potentially going to be on house arrest while he's nominated as the Republican representative. And if he gets convicted and is in jail, he could still be the president.
Yep. From
jail.
That's crazy.
That's America. Well, Stormy Daniels also broke her silence because that's exactly what we needed to hear, right? Straight from the horse's mouth. She spoke on his conviction, and this is what she said. Stormy Daniels told the Mirror how shocked she was at how quickly the jury found Trump guilty. She said Trump is completely and utterly out of touch with reality. That's kind of funny being a reality star. Being in court was so intimidating with the jurors looking at you, but I'm glad that the stuff came out in that court that wanted to come out and prove. I've been telling the truth the entire time. It's not over for me. It's never going to be over for me. Trump may be guilty, but I still have to live with the legacy. Go ahead. Let me read the rest of that. I think he should be sentenced to jail and some community service, working for the less fortunate, or being the volunteer punching bag at a women's shelter. But I don't know what the sentencing could be or would be. Trump will whether he'll even understand. You have to find the punishment that not just matches the crime, but is fair and just, and that impacts the particular person. Who knows what that is for Trump? I mean, maybe it's finding a new hairstyle. Maybe it's finding a new tanning bed. Maybe it's finding his penis. I don't know. Everything about Trump is concerning to me, just all jokes aside. And the fact that we have a prostitute out talking about her legacy is just not even paying the proper homage to Monica Lewinsky. I feel like, what? Why is everybody in the studio laughing? I'm literally just thinking about what everybody's thinking. Everybody out there right now is thinking the same thing. The way we drug Monica Lewinsky through the mud.
That's true.
And she was just a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
On her knees sucking dick in the Oval Office.
Oh my God.
Like, could you imagine you went home and had to lay in the bed? Because, sometimes after you've had sex, you've had to go lay in the bed and look up at the sky like, did I just do that?
That's why she saved that dress.
And then here come old Linda Tripp. That's why you don't tell all your besties everything. You know what I mean? Like, I tell Rob everything, but there's one bone or two that Rob does not know about. You know what I mean? Because that girl had to get up off her knees, go home, wipe her knees off, wipe her mouth off, tuck that nasty, messy dress away, and know that the code to the nukes had nuked all over her dress, and that some woman was laying next to the nuker, knowing that she just sucked off the president. And you're talking about legacy? I can't even go to lunch and sit next to Monica Lewinsky without looking at her salad dressing, knowing that could have been Bill at any given moment.
Ooh, that ranch dressing.
Well, it depends on the diet.
Italian.
It could also look like creamy mushroom. Anyway, and the reason I can make all these jokes about all you politicians is because as I head into my politicianery,
Yikes.
As I head into becoming a city council member, I ain't gonna have no scandal because I'm not letting. I've already said if you're in the 209 area, you will not have sex with me. I'm just letting you know right now. I don't care what you look like. I don't care nothing. I'm not going on a date. I'm not DMing. I'm not even letting you. If you follow me on Instagram and I find out you in Stockton and you cute, I'm blocking you. I don't even want no attention. And on top of that, I don't even let people buy me coffee. When we go to Starbucks in Stockton, they be trying to give me free stuff. Nope. I will pay for that. I went to the golf club, country club for a meeting. They tried to cover my lunch. Nope. I demand it and I paid for it. Why? Because you never know when that trap is being set for you. Well, there was no trap set here. You unzipped your Wranglers and you stuck that cheese puff in her mouth. And it cost you $130,000.
I think he got spanked with a magazine too. That's in there.
But when you spank Trump, what are you saying? Take that, take that. Oh, it's too soon for that joke. Damn, Diddy, why? Diddy did it. Well, Trump is due to be sentenced on July 11th, and he faces probation and up to 4 years in a state prison. Could get 20 years. Don't drop the soap. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they fuck you in prison and go in that yard and tell them they done hump Trump, they did the Trump hump. They did the Trump hump. You're getting away. You're getting, you ain't getting a pardon. You might say pardon me if they don't do what Rob does.
I don't even know what that is.
Clean it out.
Oh, God.
In that good old Hershey Highway. All right, bye, Trump. Do you think Trump will do an interview with us after this show? No.
I don't think, after the previous ones.
I got to be me. And I would think if Trump wants to do an interview with me, he'll respect the fact that I'm me. And they say he's not afraid of an interview.
Pull up.
Come on. Pull up. Just like I told good old Biden. Oh, I told the president to pull up. You don't believe me? Look at this video.
For connecting with Black-owned media outlets. I speak with over 6 million people every day. And we've been trying to catch up with you, and I've had coffee with the vice president, but whenever you're out there, we want to talk to you. Because I feel like, I don't know, I got your back. I'm just trying to President Biden, get you to pull up.
All right. Speaking of presidential, where is Blueface? Beefing with Chrisean. How do you beef with somebody from jail? Blueface, friend to the show, and Chrisean, friend to the show, are both beefing, and they're beefing behind bars. Well, he is because Blueface is locked up and she is out beefing with him. Blueface and Chrisean have been off of our radar and off of our timelines ever since he turned himself into jail back in January. He's been in jail since January already? It's been 6 months?
Wow.
I slept.
Free Blueface. Because the internet is boring without Blueface, okay? And he gets out July 3rd. Well, anyway, in less than a month, Blueface is expected to be released from jail. And Chrisean is already cutting up online. She recently took the Instagram Live to tell her followers how she and Blue are beefing while he's in jail. And she's tired of holding him down, claiming he hasn't done the same for her. Now, while I believe this is all a layup to a show, because how much beef can you get in from jail? Like, you call somebody, talk shit. You're not cheating on... You're not cheating on him, and he's not cheating on you. He's not cheating on her. He's in jail. Anyway, here's a video of Chrisean slamming Blueface. Look.
I had too many drinks. Like, nobody's cheating. Pussy's still fucking hairy as fuck, growing. Like, this shit is... I can braid this shit that's on my... Like, I'm holding you down, bro. I'm paying your bills. Like... You have to want to be here to benefit. I'm not benefiting from this shit, but being here for him. I love you, you love me. We want to work things out, try this whole different atmosphere. Cool, that's great. I'm all down for it. So then we're on the phone, and he keeps talking about, so why didn't you go home? I told him why. He's like, well, he kept trying to argue with me, and I was just like, bro. Fuck you, bro. Like, what are you arguing with me for? I went outside. Well, da, 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 da. Bro, I'm not cheating on you. Like, not like that, but like, we're grown, my nigga. Like, if you outside, when he used to go outside, cool. When I used to, like, how was we beefing over Joe? Because I didn't go home or you didn't call me to see where I'm at and now you're scared because you don't know where I've been at or what you scared for? Like, you feel me? It's crazy. But my thing is, why trip about something that's not even, like, relevant to trip about? Like, yeah, I said it was hurtful. Because, yeah, I said some shit. Like, what'd I say? He was trying to make a point. I'm like, why'd you be so evil on the phone, babe? You had the opportunity to call me all night, and you know I would have picked up. We're not even arguing about me not picking up or nothing. We're arguing about why I didn't go to this house, but I was at home with my child. I just needed to be around my child. Yes, I had people in my family helping me watch my baby when I was out doing me. Cool.
That you could spend that type of energy fighting with somebody whose whole face is on your face is crazy to me. I don't understand. And Chrisean, you know I love you, but let's make some sense out of it all. You were here and said you were done with him, but that you might be pregnant. You left, and now we know that you weren't pregnant or are not pregnant anymore. You went on live riding around in the car with Jaden, who was here saying that she would leave him if he went back to you. Y'all both left him and went together, and then now you both went back and he was on live and you guys were breaking everything in the house. Now he's in jail and you're back with him. And in the comments, people are asking you, where's your kid at? Because that's who you should be with. Hair was cute, by the way. I just don't understand what to make of this. Now, reacting to Chrisean's viral Instagram live was former NFL star Antonio Brown. Take a look. I need a dumbass bitch like this, not gonna lie. CTESPN. I mean, you were in an abusive relationship too, AV. Your baby mama said that you were
allegedly
beating on her, calling the police on you all the time and kicking you out. And then you tried to act like you was gonna sleep with Giselle when she left Tom. At this point, let the dead bury the dead. I just want Blueface to get out of jail, and I want Chrisean and Blueface. I think this is a layup to a TV show. I don't like. But what I will say, it is different watching her right now because it's been such a break on Hollywood. Like, you know, when we're following them fighting, it's like we're living in the show. As Blue would say, you're in my circus. But watching her talk about her business on live, to who? To the fans? Like you're just talking to the world about what's going on? It did seem kind of weird. What does it look like? TV show or a cloud or just what?
Sadly, I think this is real life. And she goes on to say how she's like paying for like $7,000 a month or every other month for his rent for like the restaurant he's about to open, like holding him down like that. And I feel like we're seeing a transition and an evolution in Chrisean in her comments, because the live, it used to be people being like, I'm gonna pray for you, you got this, take care of your son. And now people are, if you read the comments, everyone's just like laughing at her.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me because
sad.
I feel like his business manager should be paying all his bills for him, and she shouldn't have a curfew because she's a grown woman. But I'm a little confused at where this relationship is going to end up, because if she end up broke, he get out of jail, she didn't spend all the money paying his bills. This just is a weird scenario.
Messy.
And I wish them both the best.
She is grown and does not need a curfew, but I'm going to speak for people out there who are manifesting partnerships because I'm telling you, I'm going to get in one. My partner won't have a curfew, but like we got to talk about boundaries. I could not be in a relationship with somebody who was out at the clubs and stuff when I'm in bed.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work.
If your partner was in jail and was like, you should be home right now.
If my partner, not that I've dated anybody in jail, because I want to be very clear. Crip Bay has been blocked on everything. Okay, let's just be very clear. Crip Bay we're never pulling up again. because as a city councilman, I have to sacrifice some things in order to be the proper example to my community. And that means that although to some Crip lives may matter, they're not going to be in my life, personally. All jokes aside, but for real. What were we talking about?
If your partner was in jail.
If my partner was in jail.
And said, you should be home right now.
And my partner said, while I'm away, can you not go out unless it's for work?
No, they're following your pin because that's what Blue is doing. He's following her location.
That's kind of sexy, though.
And told you should be in bed right now. You shouldn't be out.
Did he say you should be in bed?
He said you should not be out.
You should be at his. The thing was, she went to her other property, her house, and he's like, you should be in my house. Like, why are you outside? You have a curfew. Because she's always crying, breaking her curfew, being drunk.
You gonna tell me from jail I need to be?
Well, okay, if I have a drinking problem and I'm not taking care of our kid, and the question about my kid's health and safety is always being questioned, and I have responsibility to the household and our child, and you're telling me you want me to be a more responsible adult and be in a safe environment with our child and not out running the streets, messy, sloppy, drunk. I mean, it's a conversation.
But she's paying for everything while he's in jail and also not there taking care of the kid.
He was also on the Jason Lee show where he talked about how he paid for everything at first and how he invested in her and how he was supporting her. I'm just trying to be fair. I know y'all gonna say, oh, you just stand up for Blueface. I'm just trying to add a balanced lens here because at the end of the day, they hate Blueface and I don't.
I love Blueface.
I love Blueface too.
I love Blueface.
We know you're the
think
CEO
this situation's
of the fan
a little
club.
strange.
First of all, I ain't the CEO of nobody's fan club. Let's be very clear about that. But no, I don't think that anybody should control anybody. Of course, I'm joking, but I do think that she needs somebody in her life that's doing whatever they can do to want her to be more responsible. Look at all the comments. They were all asking about, where's your kid? Why are you online? Why you don't have no friends? Like, people are sick and tired of watching the train wreck. But on July 3rd, when Blueface is out, we've invited the conductor of the train to the show, and we'll be following it once again.
The real winner is Jaden. I'm happy for Jaden.
How so?
Because she just threw cute birthday parties for her kids. She just looks unbothered and like moved on.
I could take somebody to Legoland too. It don't mean nothing.
You know what?
Jaden sat on our show and said how much she was over the bullshit, this and that, and how she was snipped like a Barbie, cut, everybody did that song. Blueface did the remix. She found out that Megan Thee Stallion
allegedly
gave Blueface a fellatio, probably on a drunk night when she said that she doesn't remember. Anyway, I wish them all the best. Oh, they're so cute together.
And that was taken at the Impact Awards.
That's mom and dad. Oh, that's at the award show?
That's at the second year.
Mom and dad.
Where she wear that jumpsuit to the red carpet.
Well, they both won't be at the next one, so damn. Wish you guys could have made it. All right. Bye. No, I really do wish they could be there. What? Everything I say is in the shade. I really do wish they could be there. I enjoy Chrisean and I enjoy Blueface.
Well, she's free?
Yeah, she's free. She's available.
Yeah, but it's airing on Zeus Network this year. They got to clear that out with Lemuel, you know? Oh, that burp was in homage to Wendy. Benzino is slammed over Leray once again. Now, here's the deal. Before I even get into this, Benzino, I know you've been trying to get in touch with me. And yes, at some point you have to come on the Jason Lee show because I need to do a timeline of how many times you have talked about your poor daughter in the midst of her rise in her career. In fact, at this point, Benzino, people are going to start questioning your legacy because people have given you a lot of respect as your role in hip hop and this and that. But it's like every time we talk about you now, it's you talking about your daughter. Now, on one hand, people can say he can talk about it as her daughter, but on the other hand, people let her live her life. She's a grown-ass woman. She's doing her thing, and I'm actually proud of her. Me and her have not always seen eye to eye. We've since rekindled our flame. That's the new thing that somebody that came back said, we're rekindling our flame. I don't know what that means because I don't like Kendall. I like Kendall Jenner.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, Benzino is catching major heat again for speaking on his daughter Leray's virginity after defending R. Kelly a month ago. He just did this interview with the We in Miami podcast where he took up for R. Kelly and said that he deserves a second chance. Here's what he said.
Do you think we should give R. Kelly a second chance?
Everybody deserves a second chance. I know that Elvis, a lot of them was 14, 15. I know niggas with young girls. to keep it 100, right? I'm not into that. Again, the legal age is 16 years old. So does that make it right if it does it? Yes or no? To everybody on the table. Does that make it right?
No.
If it's legal, does it make it right if a dates a 16-year-old?
Makes it very wrong. I
Ladies?
don't agree.
No, it's gross.
All right. So, but it's legal in America.
Right.
So why the is R. Kelly doing all this time? And because you know why? Because they're 14 and 2 years younger. But you don't think that the ones that you don't think that the people who cleared it for 16 years old didn't know that they're with 13 and 14s too.
Right.
Like even to make a age that young to be the law, you already know they going under that.
Right.
I'm not condoning with little girls. It's sick.
Right.
All right. It's sick. It's sick.
I agree.
But I don't think R. Kelly should ride.
And I still be riding the R. Kelly. I don't like.
Listen,
I
man.
be playing my and people looking at me. I'm like, nah.
But
I'm
what about
riding
R.
this
Kelly
shit.
getting arrested when he was a kid? They didn't take in consideration none of, and they exploited him and made all these documentaries that all these people made money off of.
Right.
Them parents and them girls knew what they were dealing with R. Kelly. A lot of people knew that. You know what I'm saying? But R. Kelly wasn't educated, man.
Keyword today for this segment, slippery slope, because that was exactly what you just watched. First of all, shout out to the We in Miami podcast. They showed me lots of love, and I've been on the show, and I like what they built out there for Miami. They've carved out their own lane. If your penis gets hard for a 13 and 14-year-old, cut it off today. And I recently saw that there was legislation passed or a law passed in the state. I don't want to say Louisiana. It could be, but I don't know, where the governor passed a law. I don't know if it was execution or castration or something. I think that if you intentionally go out and molest a child, and that's what 13 and 14 is, because that's called molest, and over 14, it's statutory rape in most states. Some states is 16 legal and 17 legal. In California, a lot of other states, 18 is the legal age of consent. But even then, whether your mind is conditioned to believe under 18 is wrong because of the law or whatever, if you're grown and you lay down with a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, when you're laying down, they're going to be talking to you about prom. They're going to be talking to you about leadership class and their yearbook and whether or not they're going to have a pizza party for their birthday. Those are the conversations they're having while you're talking about Maybachs and flying to Dubai and all of those things. And so when you think about it in that context, it really is kind of crazy that you would even sit there and try to justify it. I don't even know where this story is going for you. But for us, it's really weird. You know, we keep forgetting the fact that we saw the tape with R. Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old girl that he also peed on. Mm-hmm. And then other young women that he had sex with. We've seen a two-series documentary come out, Surviving R. Kelly, where it laid out all of these sex scandals that he was involved with. Now, this is somebody who has been extremely promiscuous. I think, and Rob, as we know, Rob's nickname is Glory Hole.
Not true.
Okay.
Hey.
Because
these are lies.
Because if you can find one, glory. No,
lies.
But here's the deal. It is not illegal to be a hoe unless you're Stormy Daniels trying to cover up for the president. But it's not illegal to do hoe things, adult things, if you're an adult. Two consenting adults, two consenting individuals who are engaging in legal sexual activity, whether it's once, twice, or 1,000 times, you can say is amoral, but it is legal because it's consenting or whatever. If you have consent from a 14-year-old, it's still illegal because they don't have the right to consent. So even if a person having sex in a state where it's 16 years old, by the way, the whole country should just be 18, just so we could just set the standard that we're just 18. But, you know, some of y'all that like chitlins on the weekend, that may be a delicacy when it comes to food. And in some states, it's a delicacy to have a minor. Make some sense out of that. In America. Now, we know there's countries where they put kids on the market, but America, the land of the free. Well, the thing that ain't free is the fact that you're going to get charged if they find something on you, Benzino. And I'm going to tell you, you're going down the slippery slope. It's almost like you're paving the way for it to be explainable when somebody says something about you. And I'm not saying that you did anything weird like that, because I think you said in that clip that that's not you. But you see what I'm saying? You're opening up yourself for people who may hate what you're saying to throw something on you, because we live in a world where once they say it on social media and it gets on the blogs, bam, you're out of here. So defending R. Kelly is crazy. Now, the We in Miami podcast host saying he still plays R. Kelly, I won't lie. There are some times I play an R. Kelly song because he is some of the most greatest R&B music in the world. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, oh my God, I'm never listening to an R. Kelly song when all of you believe you could fly even after you saw that VHS tape. Y'all saw him dicking that little girl down and you went right over there and saying nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. So I don't buy into the hypocrisy that people are forced into by being shamed by still loving good music. I think you can love good music. Now, you could skip the tracks like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and when you know he was probably talking about your niece or cousin. But Benzino, I don't know where you were going with that. When you hear Benzino defend that, what does it do to you?
It's disgusting. It's a far reach for him to even try and come up with these horrible excuses as to why we should not let R. Kelly rot. We saw him pee on a little girl. We know what he was doing to Aaliyah. Like you said, we saw the documentary. We heard about all the women who were locked away in that house being sexually and mentally abused. It's far beyond the fact that some of these women were underage. But that is the main factor that you should not be defending right here. This is just kind of crazy, especially for a man who has a famous daughter. Like, any grown man who can make excuses and you have a daughter or a sister or a mother or an auntie or a cousin or a niece or a friend is crazy to me.
I don't want to read too much into this because I just feel like Benzino is just saying stuff because he knows it's going to get picked up and knows it's going to get the people riled up. And like Coy's even said, like, I don't want to talk about my dad anymore. And he's still talking about it. And it's just like, hang it up.
But he had to know this was going to get talked about. He's talking about that we know there's people out there that's sleeping with 13 and 14 years, normalizing it as if it's okay. It's not okay. And here's the deal. Y'all got 13-year-old and 14-year-old nieces and nephews. I know I do. I have one right now in my mind. Their bodies are so underdeveloped that I don't even understand how you could look at a kid and be turned on by it. That has to be some psychological malfunction. Now I've been molested. And I've said that openly in my book. I've said online. I actually am a proud survivor of that. I don't live in my trauma, right? To think that there's people out there making excuses for people to believe that there still could be a pathway that's understandable to violating a young person is sick.
To bring up...
It's sick. There's no excuse for it. To say that because he was molested, we understand that's why he molested. Let me tell you, maybe there are some studies somewhere where if you've been molested before, that you may be confused and go and molest. I don't know if those studies exist. Maybe there are. I could tell you as somebody who survived it, it led me into a whole lawsuit on Bigo. If those of you follow me, been following my career, I got into a whole lawsuit going after somebody who was intentionally trying to have sex with a minor. And they were not that many years apart, but it was still a minor because it was wrong. And as an advocate and a survivor of that, I just had to stand for it. I mean, stand, up for the person and the whole idea that we should be protecting young people. It's embarrassing when your daughter's famous and people are going to talk about it because now you're linked to that. And when you Google Coy Leray, then you're going to, so like you're almost sabotaging your daughter's career. Well, word got back to Benzino that Coy wasn't filling his comments and that she disowned him after defending a convicted sex trafficker and a child abuser. So Benzino did what any father should not do. And he got on another podcast called Famous and Wealthy and brought up his daughter's virginity. And here's what he said.
She made a comment about the R. Kelly situation and said that she doesn't want to have anything to do with me no more because of the R. Kelly thing. And I'm saying, but then, right, about 4 months ago, she's on the Math Hoffa show, and Math Hoffa, which I thought, it was a kind of crazy question, but hey, she's, like she said, she's grown, you know what I'm saying? She's of age. I don't think they're grown sometimes, but anyways, all right. But he asked her, hey, when did you lose your virginity? She said at 14. And now first, right, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm like, so here you are condemning me for saying what I'm saying, which is grown folks conversation, which I never mentioned you, which really you shouldn't even really involve yourself because this was the conversation that I'm having. But since you did involve yourself, is what you do, all right? How can you say that when you just said that you lost your virginity at 14? So is the guy that you lost your virginity at 14 with, is he a pedophile?
And the answer, if he's over 18, yes. Matter of fact, if he's over 14, yes. Because 14 and under is when you don't have the right to consent. So yes, her losing her virginity was her being a victim of statutory rape. On my own podcast, Benzino, my last podcast, I talked about how I had sex at 8 years old with a babysitter who was 16 years old, and I joked through the whole thing because in the hood, I bagged me a teenager when really I was being taken advantage of. I was 8. So yes, if she lost her virginity at 14, yes, the man that sexually assaulted her or that did a statutory rape on her, yes, that was illegal. Yes, he should go to prison. Hopefully, there's still time to get him. But that's her story, and now you're weaponizing her sexual experience as a young person, whether she even realizes she's been a victim of statutory rape or not, against her to defend your support of somebody who clearly is being convicted of molesting children. Now, I know you're so caught up in going tit for tat and winning this beef with your daughter, but you're losing the bigger picture that you're literally fighting with your kid about her losing her virginity to defend you supporting a convicted pedophile. We'll talk about it when you pull up. All right. All right. If you wonder what Ye's up to, let me tell you, he's being sued for sexual harassment, which is insanity because the person in the lawsuit is somebody that I know very clearly because I work with her. Well, Kanye West is the latest celebrity to be accused of sexual harassment. I'm going to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Earlier this week, he was sued by his former assistant, personal assistant, a friend of mine, Lauren Pichota. And here's a photo of Ye's assistant, Lauren. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. Let me tell you something about Lauren before I even get into the story. Lauren is probably the definition of don't judge a book by its cover, because when you look at her, she's beautiful, body's banging, all this and that. Lauren is one of the sweetest, nicest, smartest, most patient, professional woman that I've met in a role like that. Now, when I first met Lauren, I didn't even know she had OnlyFans. And when you hear OnlyFans, you hear the stigma ringing of what OnlyFans is. But you remember during the pandemic, a lot of people who lost their jobs, who were losing their businesses, losing their homes, couldn't go outside, turned to OnlyFans as a way of creating income and actually not only saved themselves, but thrived as a result of that really crazy time. So I see OnlyFans in a different way. I know a lot of people who are making a killing and a living and providing for their families on OnlyFans. And whatever that content could be, some just show feet pictures, some show them in bathing suits. Lauren is not one that is on there having sex with herself or anybody. So just so you know, you can go check it out if you want to. But Lauren is accusing Ye of something that I didn't know, that allegedly he was sexually harassing her. Now, I wasn't there to see any of that. And in all fairness to Ye and Lauren, just to be clear, because I got to say both sides, I never saw Ye make sexual advancements towards Lauren. But I also didn't work as close as Lauren did. Lauren wasn't just an assistant. You know, I have my assistant who's in my home every day, who works with me, whatever, and he's around and he knows everything. Lauren was the go-to person for Ye. Every single person in Ye's life, from Adidas to Gap to Balenciaga to me to Naomi Campbell to we had to go through Lauren. There was a time where let me set it up and tell you what happened. Lauren is accusing Ye of sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment, unjustly firing her, and breaking a contractual agreement. Now, in her lawsuit, Lauren stated that she initially worked as an OnlyFans model, sharing numerous photos of herself in swimwear and lingerie, and she achieved significant success, earning an annual income of about $1 million. Now, Lauren said she began working for Ye in July 2021, and a year later, he allegedly requested that she maintain a godlike image and delete her OnlyFans account. Now, in exchange, he allegedly promised her an increase her annual salary to $1 million. Now, Lauren agreed and claimed that shortly after that, Ye allegedly sent her text messages with one reading this. Take a look. Defendant, and this is in the lawsuit. See, my problem is I be wanting to fuck, but then after I fuck, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been fucked while I'm fucking them. Then I want her to cheat on me and go get fucked with a bigger dick than mine and come back and tell me the story. Then I want her to suck my dick with her best friend, or option B, suck my dick with a bad bitch I'm fucking already that I fucked, then made her tell me how hard she been fucked while I was fucking her, then went and fucked somebody with a bit. That sounds like a song. But I will say that is how Kanye texts in those. That's how his formatting of his text. He has a very specific format. He won't even respond to you if you don't text in that format. Well, Lauren further alleged that Ye engaged in inappropriate behavior during phone conversations, such as allegedly masturbating and asking her to guess or listen to what he was doing. She also alleged that he was fixated on the penis size of her romantic part. Let's see. Now, Diddy didn't do this, but this right here, the gates, the floodgates. Jay-Z, we are waiting for your reports to come out. They are coming because they are taking down everybody's getting taken down. Well, Lauren even alleged that Ye asked her if his penis was racist. Take a look at what she said. I have a serious question. Be honest with me. Is my dick racist? It is. This fucking racist dick of mine, I'm going to beat this fucking racist dick for being fucking racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the shit out of my racist dick. This racist needs to be beaten till it can't be racist no more. This ain't right, bro. After 400 years, we still at this point. The richest black man ever beating the shit out of his big black cock.
Ooh.
In all transparency, I never got a text like this from Ye, and we didn't talk about his penis, and I'm gagging.
Bitch, I'm all right. I'm gagging.
Now, Lauren continued to allege that Ye sent her videos of him having sex with a model. In her complaint, Lauren said Ye also promoted her to chief of staff for his multiple companies, offering her a salary of $4 million. Now, she alleged that she was terminated in October 2022 and offered a severance package of $3 million, which she agreed to. However, she now claims Ye failed to fulfill his promise and never paid her. Ye and his lawyers have since responded to his former assistant's baseless allegations, is what they call it. And here's what they told TMZ. In response to these baseless allegations, Ye will be filing a lawsuit against Ms. Pashota, who actively pursued him sexually to coerce employment and other material benefits, then engaged in blackmail and extortion when her advances were rejected. The rep also accuses Lauren of stealing Kanye's phone in an attempt to destroy evidence that would run counter to her narrative. Here's what I know. When Ye decided to move to Japan, he moved to Japan for a while. He got rid of his phone, and the only person that could ever talk to him was her. So think about it. In his whole world, outside of his children, she was the only person that could talk to him. So if I wanted to have a conversation with Ye, do you remember when this was happening?
Mm-hmm. I was in touch with Lauren, too.
But do you remember how crazy it was?
Yeah.
I would have to say, ask Ye if he wants. I'll give you an example. Ye had to do the Cardi B interview. Cardi B music video. So Cardi B had a music video with Lil Durk and Kanye. She had scheduled time for a director to come over from Russia to shoot the video in America. Mm-hmm. Lil Durk, everything scheduled, and right at the end, Ye decides to move to Japan. I had to coordinate getting this Russian director to film him in Japan while he's filming them in... That level of coordination between the United States and Japan, that time difference, the needs of the label, Cardi and Ye, had to go through Lauren. So I had to hear from them what they wanted, tell Lauren, she had to tell him, he had to tell Lauren, Lauren had to tell me, I had to tell them, I had to tell Lauren.
It's too much.
But that was for every relationship he had. So just kind of put that in perspective in terms of hostile work environment. I don't know, for some of you may be able to manage that. But the all hours of the night, you know how stressed I was, and I can handle a lot. Yeah, you were a lot, and it was a very. I don't even know if hostile is the word, but he was never hostile to me. The environment was very, very stressful. What I understand happened was she was in the middle of a deposition, and Ye's lawyers allegedly were attacking her. So she said, "Oh, you want to attack me? Let me lay it out." So she laid it all out and then filed her lawsuit. I don't know the details of what's happening here. It's sad to see because Lauren is one of 4 people. There were 5 of us. Lauren was one of 5 that hands down had his back. You dealt with Lauren. What did you think?
Oh, I thought she was extremely professional and super kind, like really nice.
Yeah.
Especially dealing with like that caliber of a person who has a very specific personality. Yeah. But that's why I think it's super important for like people in power or people who have a high position over other people to set boundaries, because once that boundary is crossed, this kind of craziness happens. And if you don't have if you don't have things in place to safeguard you, like you have a whole business set up, so you don't even have this kind of interaction with somebody on a personal level. It just makes no sense because this kind of craziness can ensue.
Yeah.
Like, it should never happen.
Yeah.
But I do think
And
it's
let's
possible.
be clear when we talk about boundaries. Do you remember when Andrew first started and he didn't know where the boundaries, my assistant, he didn't know where the boundaries were? Do you know the story I'm about to tell?
Yes.
What story?
Was it, he offered giving him a massage?
See. I wasn't going to put that one.
But it wasn't like sexual.
No,
He was just
but-
like, oh,
no.
if you need a massage.
But
I
remember that, yes. So that was the first time. Oh, Andrew's going to kill you for that
I
story.
know.
But remember, I was like, yo, I need to book a massage. He was like, oh, I can help you. And I was like, no. But not that one. Andrew's going to kill you for telling that story.
I thought that's the one you were
sending him
gonna
this
tell.
clip. I'm sending him the clip.
I thought that's the one you're gonna tell.
My team is my fans are gagging right now.
Because he didn't mean it like that. He wasn't trying to have sex.
Rob, you were fucking in trouble. But it wasn't
Andrew,
that.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't that, right? It was the time that I was in bed with somebody. And I text Andrew, who was there. Andrew works in my home. So he was downstairs and he didn't know I had somebody in bed. And I text him and I said, can you order me breakfast? And he ordered the breakfast. And I'm laying in bed with somebody. And all I hear is the footsteps coming up the stairs. And then my door opened. I was like, hey. And I had to establish boundaries that I don't give a damn what's going on. Don't you ever cross this threshold here. It has an invisible wall. You do not ever, because you never know what swing is happening on the other side of this door. You know that I have a swing. That's at Rob's house. But, ultimately I had to set boundaries. I say all that to say, one thing Rob is good about is he always reminds me, think about that disgruntled employee. Because I always think, I'm crazy and I say a lot of crazy shit. But I ain't texting about no racist penis. I ain't sending penises out. I think what's happening in the world of entertainment, specifically in hip hop and just in the entertainment in general, is all these motherfuckers that use their money and their power to intimidate and hold people down and to shit on people. They're reaping the benefits of that investment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't feel sorry for anybody. I feel bad that we're never gonna get a Diddy White party again, because those were the best parties ever. I wasn't there after hours. I'm just saying during the day. When the lights was on, I was on the outside. I didn't get to go in there to those parties. But it's the fact that the culture's missing the yays. We're missing Ye. We're missing Puffy, the era that we went through. But I will say this about Lauren. We're going to put some respect on Lauren's name, because Lauren single-handedly was the only thing that got me through this era. The only thing. I'm talking about dealing with the school stuff, dealing with the Adidas and the Gap stuff, dealing with the divorce stuff. Everybody that was in, this is where you got to be careful, Ye. And I'm going to tell you, this is to Ye. Be careful, because that girl's going to subpoena everybody. And I'm not lying for nobody. Did I see you have sex with anybody around me? Or I've always seen you be a gentleman with women. I never seen no dick pics, and Debbie, please don't you send me nothing. I don't know nothing about that. But what I know for sure, that girl had your back. And she went through high and hell water to make sure that you always look good on the other side.
I'm happy that you said that, because the comments were judging a book by a cover and
Of
just talking
course.
about her appearance. So
people were judging me. Why is Jason Lee head of media? Because can't nobody do it better than me. Don't nobody know the culture and in media better than me. Can't nobody pick up the phone and call anybody like I can. That's why I earned that. But I didn't spend time defending it. But I will defend Lauren's credibility in terms of who she was as an individual. Now, I will say, as a disclaimer, I ain't seen all the receipts yet, so I'm gonna wait to make final judgment until I see everything. I'm sure I will get a subpoena at some point, because I was extremely close to both during that time period. And look, Ye is an icon, but I've said many times he's misguided and doesn't have the right support around him, and that's why he's where he is right now. So good luck, Ye. Good luck, Lauren. Next. All right. Where's it out of here? Cardi B is in a whole beef with Bia. Now, I never thought I would hear this in my life. Both women are beautiful. I share a birthday with this girl, August 16th. And everybody knows this is good old sis right here. Love Cardi B down forever. And the thing that Cardi B has done that she doesn't get the credit for, that I'm going to say right now, that she does for me all the time, is she's opened the door for so many women. And I'm also happy to say we're honoring her at this year's Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. Tickets go on sale this week. The reason why we're honoring Cardi, we're giving her the Inspiration Award, because I've said many times, we were in a Nicki Minaj world until Cardi opened that door and kicked that door down and brought a bunch of women in behind her. and she's not been given the credit for that. On June 21st, she will be given the credit in an open room that will be televised for people to see, because that is exactly what she's done. Well, Cardi and Bia have had the internet riled up this past week after Cardi, B and Bia had the internet riled up this past week after Cardi dragged Bia on live. Now, Cardi and Bia, whose collaboration with Nicki Minaj, have been subbing each other for a while now, and things finally came to a head when Cardi hopped on Glorilla's Wannabe remix and dissed Bia. Now, let me tell you this. I have had phone calls with Bia. I have run into Bia in Dre's nightclub while I was off that Casamiga in the middle of the night and had a come to Jesus with Bia. I like Bia a lot now that I know she's a fellow Leo. But Bia, I warned you, girl. I told you when you was creating all that unnecessary beef and throwing all that unnecessary shade that I thought you were doing the work of Nicki Minaj and that it wasn't going to end well. I try to tell y'all as the big brother, the big gay brother that you never had, how you can avoid embarrassment on the internet, but y'all be trying to think it's all about being up Cardi's ass. I am not a Cardi B cock writer. I'm not a Cardi B cocksucker. I am a friend of a woman who I fell in love with years ago on Instagram when she was in the hood talking about the Dominicans in the Bronx, in Dykeman. That's who I fell in love with. And then I followed her through her journey, and I have been watching her ascend into superstardom. And we've just became friends and remained friends along the way. And I'm able to separate my job. I told you that hot shit wasn't hot shit. She came on my show and even recounted that. I am a true friend to her and believe in her, but I also want to believe in you. And I also want to see you do your thing. Ever since you dyed your hair black, you've lost your thing. When you were orange out here with that orange hair, you was rocking, doing your thing. You created your own lane, and then Ice Spice came and took that from you. You didn't shade her because Ice Spice is friends with Nicki Minaj because they did the whole Princess Diana thing, even though we know Ice Spice don't really like Nicki Minaj because her friend put the shade out there. Now we all know the private messages by the friend. Ice Spice's friend, you are so shady. You're beautiful as hell. You have the most chocolate Hershey's chocolate skin. You're beautiful skin, but you are a messy bitch. Now, Bia caught, let me show you a photo of Cardi's lyrics dissing Bia real quick. Several of her lyrics on Wannabe Remix seem to be aimed at Bia, and this is before she confirmed to be, but the lines made people think, she said, thought she was on the shelf IKEA. Hope she talk like that when I see her. Bitch, please don't nobody want to be ya. Which some have pointed out, sounds like please don't nobody want to be ya. A play on the rapper's name. Guess I'm a teacher since she want to sub me. And Cardi B rap, which may be in reference to Bia rapping, how you say you running down, but you can't walk on the beat. Anyway, I'm not going to keep reading that mess. You know what happened. Well, Bia caught the shade and threw a few tweets herself, and this is what Bia said. The bitch is whack. Bitches is trash. I should hang bitches right over my knee the way I be putting my belt to their ass. The only thing asked was that tweet. You should have left that in the chamber. Well, days later, Cardi dragged Bia in an explosive 30-minute Instagram live where she addressed Bia's claims of Cardi copying her rap flow, music video, and more. She also checked Bia for speaking on her marriage with Offset and accusing Cardi of cheating with an alleged sex tape that she says she has access to. And here's some of what Cardi had to say. Look.
I want y'all to see the date. I recorded Enough May 18th. The first time I ever put my vocals, May 18th, 2022. So, I really wanted to prove to her that, like, yo, I never copied you. I never anything. So, on that conversation, we ended up very well. She told me, like, what was her issues with me? And I told her, like, well, I never really have an issue with you and whatever. The conversation ended up great. A couple of weeks later and everything, some girl from Atlanta, she's me and Offset's friend. She's me and Offset's friend, and she hit somebody up from my team, like, yo. She hit somebody up from my team, like, yo, there's this rumor going around that there's like a tape of Cardi, like a sex tape of Cardi. And I was like, me? Impossible, bitch. Impossible. There's none. I told him, like, it's like a sex tape of me. I'll pay somebody $1 million cash. I wouldn't even wire it. I'll cash it. Don't even send it to my phone. Don't send it to my phone. Put it on social media. Put it out. Cause I know me, y'all know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever. So then I'm like, fuck that. I want to talk. I hit up the girl myself. I'm like, yo, where's this rumor coming from? And it's like, yeah, it's coming from Shorty. It's coming from her. And it's like, huh? So I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, she showed the video to this producer that he's very close to Offset. Like, they're like this. And that she showed it to another rapper. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. So I called the producer, but he talks to Offset, and he told Offset, I ain't seen the video, but Shorty's saying that she got some shit on your bitch, and if your girl like reply back like to whatever the fuck she put out, she's gonna post the video or some shit like that. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I called the rapper too, and the rapper is like, I ain't never heard nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I'ma just keep it professional, and I'ma get to the thick of it. And I got my manager, call her manager. Yeah, I honestly feel like it's somebody, probably a messy person from Atlanta. I feel like, you know, so, I'm gonna show y'all naked pictures of me. So, whole point is, right, I was trying to get to the bottom of it. I want to know if she's saying it, or I want to know if it's somebody from, you know, just trying to be messy. So, fast forward, I put my record out. Yes, no, not my record. I put this remix out. And, you know, Shorty feeling a certain type of way or whatever. So niggas send me this. They send me her little diss record that she got. And this is what she's saying. Oh, so you was going around telling people that it's close to my nigga that I'm fucking on niggas. And I thought that it was somebody trying to be messy, trying to start some shit between me and you. But now that I see the fake diss record that you trying to put out, that was you all along. You gonna lie on my pussy? Bitch, you lying on my fucking pussy? When you lie about my pussy, I'ma sue you. And you gotta come with receipts. And not social media receipts. You gotta come with court receipts. Because one thing you're not gonna do, you're not gonna lie on my pussy, and you're not gonna lie about me stepping out on my shit. There has been so many rumors about me, and I got so many fucking ops. I got bloggers, there's ops. And, oh, yeah. And then she's saying this, right? Then she posted this on her little Finsta. Hold up, I got it. She talking about, bitch, I'm not Tasha K. Girl, ask Tasha K. She could even lie on my pussy, girl. She could even lie. Ask her. Tasha K could even lie on my pussy. So how you lying on my pussy? This her Finsta. She talking about, good luck, you think I'm Tasha K. Then she posted this thing. I don't know who's Adam, but she talking about, hey Adam, I can see it. Tell him the truth, the record that I just paid y'all. Belkali said, if I drop this song, she gonna sue me. Is that valid? Now, like I said, you could diss me, we could go battle for battle, but for you to lie on my pussy, and you know what's so crazy? Even before I put out this remix and shit, you was trying to go around and tell niggas to get close to my nigga. Sweetheart, my security is this close with my nigga. I got security. Every house that I stay in, I got security that my man contracted, that he pays for me and my children's safety, or whenever the fuck I go, he pays for it. So ain't no, any in and out movements that I do, my nigga know. Second of all, like I said, bitch, lying on my pussy, bitch, will get you sued. And I will get every little fucking red penny that you ever fucking make, bitch. Every money that you make off your publishing, bitch. So, find something safe to do, bitch. You want to talk about you not Tasha K. You're right. Ask Tasha K. She tried, when she tried to lie that shit on me, what happened? Ask her. You're not Tasha K, bitch. You're actually fucking dumb. If any bitch want a rap battle or do whatever the fuck, more or less, I feel like she's so beneath me that I feel like I never had to. But it's like when you go around lying on me and lying on my pussy, and then it's like you doing lies that is like you trying to mess with my home, like you trying to mess with my house. And it's like, to me, like that's beyond rap shit. Like to me, that's like, yo, that's some real hating ass shit. I'm not perfect. My life is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a great place in my career. Whether I drop music or not, I'm still one of the top female rappers. The top female rappers. When I don't drop music or when I'm dropping music, I'm one of the most streamed and most talked about bitch, even when I'm laying down at home. When it comes to my marriage, I don't have the perfect marriage. Y'all know what it is. I got my vices. Offset got his vices. We're not perfect. But one thing for sure is I'm rich as fuck. I'm successful as fuck in my career. I got beautiful kids. When it comes to my marriage, I don't got the perfect marriage. But one thing I got a nigga that steps 10 toes behind me on everything. Any nigga, matter of fact, Jason Lee just got on it. Ask him. Every nigga that ever try to play me on some internet shit or every nigga that try to play me in the streets, my nigga pressed or my nigga slapped. And y'all would even know about it. But people know what's up. My niggas all the time, 10 steps behind me. When I got into this industry, niggas was stealing money from me. Stealing money from me. Ever since I got married, nobody has stolen money from me. No lawyers, no accountants, no nothing.
Did you guys see that live when Cardi went live? What did you think?
I was living for it. And then I saw you chiming in on it. She was like, hey, Jason, should I ask Jason?
I'm Brody Gang, so I love it.
They do anything for clout. Yes, I was in the comments. I had to pull up on my good sis. Well, a few hours later, Bia went live on her Instagram and previewed her song, which is a diss track called Sue Me. And on the song, Bia admitted to having a whole group chat with her girlfriends where they trash talk Cardi B and her body. Now, on the diss track, Bia also, again, mentioned Offset telling Cardi, put it in your hubby since you love lying on your vows. And go and tell your hubby you ain't innocent. Now, she even used one of Offset's posts as her cover art for the song, and it's a screenshot of an Instagram story where he shared last year, suggesting Cardi cheated on him. Take a look at the cover art. My wife fucked a nigga on me, gang. Y'all niggas know how I come. Well, Bia also talked about Cardi and Offset's children. The one thing with those two, and I'm saying Cardi and Offset, don't talk about their kids because, you know, say what you want about Offset. He is a good father. He's a flawed man like many other men, but he is a good father. And then she even brings up Partisan, which is Party Fontaine, Megan Thee Stallion's ex-boyfriend who got into a rap battle with him after they separated, where she accused him of cheating and he accused her of whatever else. Well, she accused Party of being Cardi's ghostwriter, despite him and Cardi previously acknowledging that he's written songs with her. Now, he's credited on Bodak Yellow and a few other Cardi songs. It's not a secret. We all know that. And it's no secret that a lot of people on social media weren't feeling Bia's Cardi B diss because people went in and drug her for filth. Take a look. This song shouldn't even be a song, if we're being honest. So disappointed you can never be Barty Bia. Respect your elders. Cardi B all day long, baby. Babes making a whole song when she cleared you on the feature is wild. She should have called Party 2. It's like Cardi beefing with Saweetie. This better be a joke. Dumpster juice on a hot summer afternoon. That beat took off and left her. I love me a good rap battle. Don't care if it's men or women. With that being said, this kind of gave me cringe, and that's me being hella objective. That track wasn't really given. It was bad. It was bad. Did you bop it all to the beat, to anything?
No. And the end pissed me off the most when she was like, "Hey, we talk about you in a group chat. We hate your tattoos." She thought she ate that, and it was real embarrassing.
It was giving fan.
I was cringing because she was sitting there waiting for everybody to come in the live.
Yup.
Waiting.
And then she was doing this thing, which Cardi is like, that's Cardi's thing.
And then it didn't give.
Bitch.
It didn't give. It was bad.
It was bad.
And the crazy part is, the Barbs couldn't even get behind it. Like, the Barbs were not really pushing it, right? Now, the Barbs, we all know I labeled them a terrorist group and have, you know, I've since, we don't really have beef right now. Hey, Barbs, we good, whatever. Stay over there. Stay the fuck over there, okay? But even the Barbs, as much as they hate Cardi, we're not really pushing it. And I love and Nikki, she's busy trying to get out of jail, so she ain't even commented on it because she was over there.
Allegedly.
With weed. How you get arrested for weed in Amsterdam? Have you ever heard some shit like that? Anyway, I'm going to just leave y'all alone. We get along. So well, Charlamagne the God went on The Breakfast Club and said that Bia's Cardi diss track backfired. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, fought all over them bars.
Gracie's Corner got 24 hours to respond.
I'm telling you.
I felt like
name of that diss record should have been Not Like That, because that is not how you diss somebody in a rap record. And when you make a diss record, you can't make something so terrible that you end up dissing yourself.
Mhm.
Because the point of diss records is for you to clown your opponent. When you make a diss record that's so bad, that you end up dissing yourself, you end up being the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
so technically, Bia went in the booth and eaten herself. It wasn't giving?
It wasn't given to me.
Yes.
It wasn't. And I like both of them. I love Cardi, but it's just like, come on now, just leave it alone.
Now, I don't know if you saw this, Bia, but no shade. Saweetie hasn't even rebounded after the rumors she slept with Offset. Just the rumors. Because Cardi B, and what I loved about good old Cardi, and I told Cardi this to her face, so I'm going to just tell you, yes, I did call her. I had to. She handled that with grace and class. She read you. She claimed being at the top. She never claims about being one of the biggest rappers. And she claimed it on that live. She said, I'm one of the bitches at the top. And she did it in a nice, classy way. She didn't shit on you the way she could, because really, every brand in fashion wants to work with her. Everybody around the world is invested in Cardi B because they love her. And you went after somebody who didn't even bother you. It was like you unnecessarily attack somebody who was literally minding their own business. There's no behind the scenes. She ain't trying to find. She wasn't doing none of that. You just chose to do it because what you thought was going to happen is you was going to get that Princess Diana feature from the Queen of the Barbs. But she didn't even respond. So my point is, what was it for? Wait. I mean, I even have her as one of my things here. Like, Bia, I know you don't even want to be here right now. It just, I don't know. It was giving desperation. Leos don't move like that. Leos and Libras actually should be able to get along. Anyway. Ugh. Ouch. Ugh. Okay, bye. That's it. It's time for thoughts and prayers. In the first of many trials across America, Trump has been convicted and is facing real jail time. Now, he's got us all chanting, lock him up! And we're about to create a new meaning for MAGA. Make his ass go away. Or in the case of Ye, make his ass go away if he don't pay. Just like his friend Trump, Ye has been accused of sexual misconduct, but his legal team says he's just being extorted, just like R. Kelly's team believes that happened to him. As if prosecutors didn't have proof of his crimes. I mean, we all saw it. And despite this, Benzino says he deserves a second chance and calls into question his daughter's loss of her own virginity, which is apples to oranges. One of the things has nothing to do with the other. Just like Cardi B and Bia, in their case, they're on two different playing fields. They ain't on the same page, let alone in the same book. Bia's had a little run recently, but she didn't follow it up with more bangers. Instead, she followed up with a hanger, hang it up flat screen. Because that diss was washed and hung out to dry. Now, listen, Cardi's disses on a feature had Bia press. Now Bia's getting no more press. And the fact that Cardi hasn't responded to her is the response track. Oh, that should say enough. Oh, Cardi has a song named Enough, too. Which is a word Chrisean doesn't understand because we are tired. We have had enough. We thought we would get a little vacation, the same one Blue's on. And here she is trying to go viral again. Well, I guess she's warming us up for when Blueface comes home, and we've been waiting free Blueface, which is soon, and we can't wait. Until then, you can catch all the updates on Hollywood Unlocked and then watch me break it all down here on the J Sleep Podcast. That is it. I got to go. I'm late. Bye, y'all. Just follow the show. Bye.
The Jason Lee Podcast.